Come on in, guys. Hello, Stacy. How are you? How are you? Come on in, guys. Tonight we're talking about hair texture. All about hair texture. Pin. How do I pin it? Hey. Hey, guys. Come on in. Hey, B. How are you? Glassy girl, how are you? How are you guys? Hello on Facebook. Hello, everyone. If this is your first time in, do me a favor. Just put in the comment box where you are viewing me from, what state you're viewing me from. I really want to know about that. Hey. For you guys that do not know me, my name is Curtis Reynolds. I am a curly hair specialist located in Miami, Florida. I have been doing hair for over 15 years. My specialty is definitely hair care. And I'm also the creator of Hyperhydration, my hair care line that will be launching this spring. So I'm so excited. And I also am the creator of the Curtis Curl Technique. So if you guys, if it's your first time, put my first time. You can put in the comments below where you're from. Okay, I see Miss Shayla. She's from Florida. Whoop, repping Florida. Glacy girl is from Denver, Colorado. Stacy says, so tell me what's the deal with 4C hair and the moisture battle. Okay, we'll talk about that a little bit tonight. Hey, Deshaun, how are you? Whoop, V, congrats. Thank you, V. I really appreciate it. So, okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hopefully, this will not be a really long. I'm going to talk about what I feel that I want to talk about with you guys tonight. And at the end, we're going to do a Q&A all about hair texture. So I'm pretty excited about this because I think this is a new perspective on hair texture, what hair texture really is. Stacy from Trinidad. Awesome. We're going to talk about what hair texture is and give you a little bit of definition of the original hair texture from the cosmetology industry. And then I'm going to talk about my perspective on texture, okay? So you guys want to stay tuned. Deshaun for Fort Wayne. Awesome. So, as you guys know, with the show of hands, you can put the hands up who all understands what hair texture is. So if you understand what hair texture is, put a 1. If you do not understand hair texture, put a 2. If you understand what hair texture is, put a 1. If you do not understand, put a 2. Also, when you guys get a chance, just share this out to your friends so that we can get some more people on here. Okay, so everybody seems to feel like they understand hair texture. Okay, awesome. Okay, that's awesome. So basically, Miss Shayla says 2. She does not know. All right, I'm going to help you out today, Miss Shayla. Miss Tanya says 2. She does not really understand it. Okay, I'm going to help you out. You guys, believe it or not, a lot of people do not really understand what hair texture is, and they do not understand what their own hair texture is. I come in contact with so many clients. They do not understand what curl type they are, which is the 4B, 4A, 4C. They do not understand, the texture. They do not understand how loose their curls are. They have no understanding of it. So tonight, I'm hoping to help you guys to understand hair texture, okay? That is my goal. So I'm going to start with what the cosmetology or the hair industry as a whole, how we define hair texture. We define hair texture basically is the circumference, meaning the roundness of your hair strand. Okay, so what that means is you either have fine hair, medium hair, or coarse hair, okay? And also it defines your curl pattern, okay? So as a whole, in general, texture is defined as how thick your hair is, how fine your hair is. Also, it determines how wavy or how curly your hair is as the industry. They combine it together. But what I like to do, as far as me as a hairstylist, with the many years I've been in the industry, I personally separated the two. I do not put them together. I put texture, I separated texture from curl pattern, okay? You guys understand? Because those are two completely different things. I feel that texture is different from your curl pattern. I don't think it should be combined together. That is what kind of makes it confusing for most people. And the reason why I've done this is because of my experience within the hair industry. I've come across so many people or different ladies that have, they can have the same curl pattern, but they have different textures of hair, okay? You can have the same curl pattern as someone, but you can also have a different texture as that person, okay? And I'm going to explain what I'm trying to say. So the way that I define texture, so if you think about fabrics, when I think about texture, I think about fabrics. I think about cotton. I think about silk. I think about satin. I think about wool. I think about fleece. When I think about texture, these are the things that I correlate with texture. Even when I was in hair school, I was like, what does texture has to do with how fine or how thick or how coarse your hair is? It never made sense to me. So it just dawned upon me one day that texture and pattern are totally different and it should be separated, okay? So texture, when you think about texture, all you have to do, I simply define it like this. The texture is the look and the feel of your hair, okay? Write that in the comment. Texture is simply the look and the feel of your hair. It's that simple, okay? So I'm going to break it down a little bit more. Texture is simply the way your hair feels. This is how I define it. Okay, nobody else defines it this way. This is the way the Curtis Reynolds defined curl pattern and hair texture, okay? Texture is simply based upon how your hair feels. Does your hair feel like silk? Does it feel like cotton? Does it feel like wool? Okay, these and guys, these are not bad things. These are great things. Cotton is a great thing. Wool is a great thing. Silk is a great thing, okay? And pattern is based upon how your curl pattern looks, okay? Texture is based upon how something feels. Pattern is based upon it looks. Like this pillow. I'll take this pillow for example, okay? The texture of this pillow is, I think it's wool actually. Yeah, it's wool, okay? But the pattern is squares. You guys understand what I'm saying? If you understand, say, I understand. Because I want to make sure that I hope you understand what I'm trying to say.
Diamonds, not squares.
Oh, diamonds. Yeah, my wife said those are diamonds. Yeah, duh. Okay, so I define texture as the way that your hair feels, okay? So your texture of your hair can either be silk, it can be cotton, or it could be wool, okay? It can be silk, it can be cotton, or it can be wool. So now I'm going to tell you, how do you determine your hair texture? So a lot of you like, okay, great, I get it, I understand. My hair is either silky, is either cottony, or is woolly. Okay, I understand these things. So how do you determine what your hair texture is? Okay. Number one, the first step into determining what your hair texture is, you need to start off with clean, clarified hair, okay? Your hair has to be free of all oils, product buildup. It has to be completely free, because if all that is on your hair, that does not show forth your true texture, because it has a lot of other product or other buildup on your hair, you will not be able to determine your true texture. Number two, after you've cleansed, you have to make sure that you condition your hair, okay? You have to make sure that your hair is completely moisturized and completely conditioned, okay? And number three, so after you shampoo your hair, after you have conditioned your hair, you want to feel your hair. This is the point where you actually feel the texture of your hair. And I'm going to show you guys some examples, so make sure you stay. If you guys that are looking at me on Facebook, if you guys have an Instagram, Facebook does not have this option. So if you guys are on Instagram, hop over on Instagram, because I'm going to show some pictures and videos of to help you better understand what I'm saying. And I thank you for everybody that says you understand. Thank you. Okay, so you're going to feel the true texture of your hair. Now, so your hair has to be wet. In order to feel the true texture of your hair has to be hydrated, meaning it needs water on it and it needs to be wet, okay? You're not feeling it when it's dry, okay? I'm not talking about when your hair is dry necessarily, okay? I'm talking about when your hair is wet. So you feel, when your hair is wet, you have to feel it. Now, from this point on, you make the correlation. You have to make the correlation. Okay, does my hair feel silky? Does my hair feel like cotton, or does it feel like wool? Okay? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to show you guys some videos of what I'm talking about. I did a young lady today, and I want to show you her before. Now, this young lady's before, if you were to look at her before, you would think her hair. Guys, looking at this video, tell me in the comment box, what do you think her hair looks like? I'm going to turn around Facebook, turn you guys around so you could see. Looking at this client's hair, in the comment box, tell me, what texture does it look like? Does it look like silk? Does it look like wool? Or does it look like cotton? Okay, I am Mrs. T says cotton. Glacy Girl says cotton. Sania Mon says silk. V says wool. V, you are hilarious. Okay, awesome. Those are some great observations. Great observations. Cotton. Okay, so it seems like the majority of you guys say cotton. I would definitely agree. I would say, looking at her hair dry, it looks like cotton. For some, it can go for wool. Hey, Christine, how are you? How are you? Right, so I agree. So I want to tell you, all you guys are wrong. Only one person got it right, or maybe two. Let me see. Two people got the correct. Two people got it correct of what her hair texture looks like. Although me personally, looking at it dry, I would say it looks like cotton. Now, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. You determine the texture of your hair when it's wet. This is her hair wet. Look at that, totally different. So her hair, I would classify her texture as being silky, okay? This is what I call silky curly hair. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? If you get it, say, aha, yes, I get it. This is what I determine. Oh, Lord. No, this is what I determine is silky hair. Yes, I get it. Thank you. Yes, you guys get it. Thank you. Okay, so that's why I say you determine the texture of your hair by when your hair is wet, not when it's dry, okay? This is how you determine, is your hair silky, is your hair cotton, or is it like wool? My hair personally is like cotton. I have a cotton texture of hair. Sometimes I think it's wool, but when it's wet, it's definitely more on a cotton side. Okay, so this, to me, I'm going to show you guys another photo or another video of another client. Here I come. Give me a second. Give me a sec, guys. Here I come. Let me get out another. Okay. You're very welcome. So Glacy Girl says, do you have all the examples? No, I actually do not have all the examples, but I can look through here and show you. I was trying to see. Okay, this is a client that I did the other day. Guys, this is one of my videos that actually went viral. Almost 30,000 views. It went viral on Sunday. We did a color retouch. Looking at her hair, I would say her hair, for me, between cotton and wool, maybe more so on the wool side. This is her hair completely dry. Now, I did do color on her hair. So I want to show you her hair wet. And this is after we shampooed her hair. Let me see. No, that's me coloring. Okay, this video is kind of too fast. But if you guys, if you guys can see her texture is definitely a coily cotton. Her hair is definitely cotton. It's not silk. Okay? Her texture, looking at her texture, is definitely cotton. Guys, I'm sorry. I'll try to find another video for you. Give me a second. So let me show you guys the end result of the client's hair that I did. This was her hair. After we defined her curls, after we hydrated, this was what her curl texture came out to be like. This is what your silky curls will turn out to be. Okay? Hey, hey. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Say yes. If you guys really like this information tonight, make sure you guys hit those hearts. Hit those hearts for me. If you're still there, I don't know if I'm frozen. Hit those hearts. Okay, I'm going to find another video for you guys. Okay, yes, I have an so this is a client. She came in before. What do you guys think her texture is? What do you think her This is actually her hair already washed. I don't have it with it dry, but her texture is definitely cotton or maybe even wool. Her texture is definitely, I would say her texture is more of a wool. Let me explain this to you guys. Silky hair tends to have more definition. Silky curly hair tends to have more definition in it once it's wet. Hence, the client that I showed you before. You saw that she didn't have a lot of frizz. There's another factor that I put in this thing, and it's called your frizz factor. Again, guys, I'm only talking about texture tonight. Next week, I'll be talking about pattern. And then the week after that, I'll be talking about frizz factor. And then we're going to bring it all together. I'm telling you guys, this is a really good chart that I came up with. So silky curly hair tends to have more definition. She has completely no product in her hair. This is only water. I mean, it's shampoo and conditioner, but you see how the water alone defined her curls? This is what I consider like a silky texture. Hey guys, I'm sorry. I will come back to you guys' comments in a few minutes. Okay, so now back to the girl that I showed you before. Her hair is woolly, and the reason why we consider her hair texture a wool texture is because her hair had no definition to it. Okay, that. Her hair curls, it has somewhat of a definition. Now, so I'll say this. Silky hair has more defined curls when it's wet. Cotton hair has a little bit less defined, but they still have definition. They just don't have as much definition as silky textures. And woolly curls don't have a lot. It has definition, but not a whole lot. Okay, so that's why I say wool. Okay, not because of its being so dry. I don't want you guys to think about the dryness of hair. Take your mind away from how it looks when it's dry. Think about your hair being in a high moisturized level. Okay, Think about your hair being at its most optimum moisturized level, and then categorize your hair as silky, cotton, or wool. Wool determines these textures determine on how well your hair defines naturally. Now, so when I say about the wool, you guys don't get it twisted. You still have defined curls. You just have to use the products to group your curls together, to clump them together. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? If you understand what I'm saying, put yes. Hey, Glenda, how are you? Sumi, what's up? I'm going to go here. All right, that's going to be it. I think I have one more client. Oh, I'll show you a client that has woolly hair. I don't think I had her hair dry, wet. Let me see. No, I didn't have her hair wet. But her texture, look at it. This is kind of a wool texture. Wool hair does not mean that your curls do not define. Wool hair, your wool texture, your curls define. I'm going to show you. Bam. Look at the definition in those curls. Look at the definition in those curls. So that's why I'm telling you guys, it doesn't matter if you have silky hair. It doesn't matter if you have a cotton texture of hair. It doesn't matter if you have wool texture of hair. It doesn't matter. They all have definition. I'm just trying to help you guys understand what it is, how your hair texture, what it means to have a certain hair texture. Deshaun, is that you that's still there? Are you on Instagram? So you guys see what I mean? Thank you guys. All right. So that I showed you silky. I showed you wool. I don't think I showed you someone cotton. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Okay. But now back to me. Okay. So guys, if you guys really, really enjoyed this and understand what hair texture, give me some hearts and make sure you guys share it with someone. Now I'm going to open it up for Q&A. If you guys have any questions, put them in the question box or in the comment box below. I'm going to go up to see if I have anyone that anyone that has any questions. V says she's trying to listen to me and blow dry my hair. Girl, you're hilarious. You better blow dry that hair. You guys have any questions? Any questions that you need me to answer before I log off for tonight? Guys, do you tell me this in the comment box below? Do you understand what I mean by hair texture? Of how I define hair texture? Was it easily understood? Do you think that you can go and determine what your hair texture is tonight? Pretty Missy says, I don't know how to do my 9-year-old hair. Well, what is it that you're trying to do to her hair? Glacy Girl says, does that factor into the absorption of moisture? I'm not understanding. What do you mean? Does your yes, if you're asking about your hair texture, moisture has everything to do with understanding your hair texture. V says, you are the bomb. Thank you. Oh, thank you, V. I really appreciate it. Brooklyn says, I'm late, so I really don't know what you were discussing. Okay, Brenda or Glenda, just go back and look at the replay. It was really good, really, really good. Pretty Miss says she has wool texture hair and hates braids. Well, just define her natural curl pattern. I'm going to go to someone put a question in the comments box. Sumi said yes. I don't know what you mean, Sumi, by yes. Oh, you said yes. Okay, you asked me if I understood. She has wool texture hair and hates braids. Well, really, you have to do what's best for you to take care of her hair. As long as her braids are tight, maybe her braids are too tight. Maybe who's doing them are doing them too tight. Maybe that's why she doesn't like them. So you need to ask her, are they too tight? Try twist outs. You can try twist updos on her hair. You can do that. Miss Shayla said, does porosity also determine texture? Yes, porosity will affect your texture and how it feels. If your hair has high porosity, then your hair typically will feel on the dry side. If your hair has low porosity, it will feel on the dry side as well. So that it'll kind of feel like straw or hay. So if your hair, and that's when it's dry, okay? That's when it's dry. So you need to make sure that you're doing your moisturizing treatments so that your porosity level can balance out, so that your hair does not feel dry or like straw. Does color make your texture change? Blessed, like that color can change your texture. The only thing that changes your texture is like bleach or blondes like that. It can kind of change your texture a little bit. But permanent color alone cannot really change the texture. Pretty Miss says, I like the natural curls. How? Well, just you have to use the right product. If her hair is woolly, you probably need to use a gel product. Tanya05 said, it's very enlightening since I'm new to the natural world. Oh, awesome, Tanya. V says, so what if my hair sucks up everything? Oil, water. If your hair sucks up everything, that means you have high porosity hair. But high porosity hair tends to leak out moisture more than it does sucking it up. If your hair is taking in everything, but oil is not a moisturizer. Guys, I'm so sorry. Babe, can you give me something to drink? My throat is burning. Oil is not a moisturizer. So if you're using oils is going to block moisture in the long run. So you have to make sure that you put something on your hair that will moisturize it and then put the oil on top of that. I'm bringing her to you. Okay. Let me know what age she is, because I do have an age limit when it comes to kids.
9.
Oh, she's 9. Okay. I really don't really do kids, to be honest, but thank you. Yeah, I feel like I was preaching tonight. My throat burning. Okay, Pretty Miss says how. Yeah, you just have to use gels with her hair, Pretty Miss. Use gels to help define her natural curls. I mean, with kids' hair, you can put them in all types of hairstyles. You can twist it. With my daughter's hair, I would leave it out in the back and do a little curly puff at the top. And you just twist the hair back down at night to keep the curl texture. To keep the curl and to keep it from drying out. Thank you. Shayla says, great information. Thank you. Oh, she's 9. Okay, Pretty Miss. I see it, babe. Honestly, I don't use anything. I know I'm bad. Oh, girl, you got to do better. Tanya says, can blowouts change the texture of the hair? They most certainly can if the flat iron is too hot. If the flat iron is too hot, it will change your curl pattern. I recommend always doing some type of treatment before you blow dry your hair out. Protein and moisture, do those type of treatments before blow drying your hair out. Guys, I'm so sorry. My throat is really, really burning me right now. Are there any more questions? B-Loft Barbershop. I'm going to look you up, B-Loft Barbershop. Are there any more questions before? I'm going to DM you. Answer when you can. This was very helpful. You're welcome, Pretty Miss. I definitely will. All right, guys. Thank you so much for the live tonight. It was I really, really enjoyed coming on with you guys tonight. Thank you so much for the support. Also, if you have not done so, make sure you guys sign up to my email list. I have really good information coming out. I also send things that I B-Loft, you missed a lot of information. Make sure you go and view the live tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you. I will keep up the good work. Make sure you guys click the website under my bio and sign up to my email list. There's 2 ways you can sign up in my email. If you click the free curl tutorial, I tell you how to define curls. So pretty miss, you can go to my website and sign up for that free tutorial, and it'll help you with your daughter's hair. I think that'll be somewhere great you can start on how to define the curls. Also, if anybody else wants to sign up for my email list, make sure, thanks again for the email again. Are you welcome? Thanks again for the email. You welcome, Cassandra. Going now. Thanks. You welcome, Pretty Miss. Go to the website, guys. Sign up to the email, and you'll get my free tutorial on how I define curls. Well, at least one of the ways I define curls. Stacy, how your hair doing? Did you get the tutorial, Stacy? How was it? All right, guys. My throat is really burning because I preached a good word in here tonight. I hope it was added a blessing to your spirit. All right, y'all. See y'all later. I love you guys. Bye. Thank you so much.